Buying a home is the biggest investment most of us will ever face. But for some, the dream of home ownership all too quickly turns into a nightmare. In fact, your big purchase could become a dangerous home.
Hi, Mike Warren here, Mending Homes, principal owner of Mending Homes.
That's what happened to the people who own this home. They've lived in it for only a year, but then the problem started.
My first initial part of the inspection was to take a look at the bottom of this brick and notice that there was so much rust and water on the bottom that I realized that the water was actually trapped inside the wall.
A little water inside the wall, no big deal, right? Well, thanks to improperly installed flashing, when the house was built 20 years ago, it was too small and not up to the code.
It was also completely nailed down from the top, not from the side. So water's been pouring into this through the flashing all the way down the brick and the stucco since 1992.
Safety breaks down right at the front door.
We're going to take a look at why we've braced the front of this house. We have got this braced up because the water is actually flowing through the back side of the brick, and it's got cracks in this, and we feel that this might actually cave in. Now we're going to go inside and take a look at what's going on inside the house. We've gone inside the building right now. I'm just going to take this poly off, and we've got about 30 seconds or so just to take a quick look at the damages from the water. This is right behind the brick that we saw outside.
While there are structural issues inside the house as well, an even bigger concern is something so small you need to see it under a microscope.
According to our reports, we have Stachybotrys penicillium aspergillus in here, about 72 spore counts, which means it's a little lethal. So that's why I'm kind of sitting here going, I got about this much time to go, that's enough. So we'll just tack this back down and make sure that it's sealed off and that this nest is not disturbed and get airborne into the rest of the house. Now, Stachybotrys is the worst. It's the highest level of brain damaging molds. The CRHA do not like to know that there are Stachybotrys spores in a house. So Dave's going to cut this open.
As Dave and Mike investigate further, they see that not only is the home structural rot on the move, but so is the mold.
There was 72 upstairs and 12 downstairs and 0 outside. So that tells it that there is a nest in here. It's starting to become undormant and move throughout the house, and that's why we've sealed everything off at this point. We don't want to disturb the nest.
Hey Mike, got some more bad news here.
Okay, let's take a look.
Found some stuff on the thermal scanner in the bathroom.
Okay. Mending Homes does thermal scanning, and it's highly recommended that you do that first so you can take a look at what's inside the walls. Therefore, we can find things with this, like this, without having to pull the wall apart.
Maybe the scariest part of all this is that at the end of the day, insurance may not cover any losses incurred, even if the home is condemned. That may come as a nasty shock to the homeowner.
It is heartbreaking. It's a really tough situation to be in with a homeowner. It's tough when you found a concern with their home, because a home is their most precious investment.
When you're dealing with this situation, I mean, you find some costly repairs. Sometimes they condemn the house. Who pays for it?
To answer your question, it is the homeowner. The homeowner actually has to pay for it, which is disheartening.
Make sure that you don't get caught in a nightmare with a dangerous home. Contact the professionals at Mending Homes.